Sean O'Malley appeared on the Pound for Pound podcast yesterday just to troll Henry Cejudo. Check out the full podcast. Links in the description.
In the Octagon next weekend at the Sphere. A man that needs no introduction. The most colorful man right now in the Octagon. One of the most dynamic. And, right now, the current bantamweight champion of the world, Sugar Sean O'Malley. O'Malley!
Boys, you guys know I'm a very, very busy man. I'll keep this short. I came here for 2 reasons. 1, praise you, Kamaru. You're an absolute legend. And 2, Henry, how'd you let Aljo take you down so easy? You're welcome!
Oh, did we lose him? First and foremost,
I think he did that.
Sean,
hey, he got us. Hey, he got us, Kamaru. He didn't just do that to me. He did that to us.
Sean O'Malley discussed this on the most recent episode of the Timbo Sugar Show. Sean was unsure that they would even air the podcast.
I did, should I tell him about the Kamaru Henry pod?
Yeah.
I did Henry.
Because they probably won't release it.
I don't know if they're gonna, so I might as well tell them. I did Henry Kamaru pod. They kept asking, not them, their team kept asking our team, like, hey, we gotta do the pod, And I was like, no. I was like, you know what? I'll do the pod. I get on the pod. Kamaru's a legend. I like Kamaru a lot. It's his face on there. I'm on there. I'm wearing my suit. I'm sitting right here like this. So we go live. They say, introduce you, blah, blah, blah. I said, boys, I mean, I don't know if they're going to release it or not. So whatever I said, you guys will find out if they do. I said, boys, I'm a busy man. I'm here for 2 things. 1, Kamaru Usman, you're a legend. 2, Henry, how'd you let Aljo take you down so easy? You're welcome. And then flip my phone upside down. And then I went and trained. So I don't know what else happened. So that was kind of some LOLs. I don't know if they're gonna post it. And at the end of the day, I'm like, this is, if they do, it's gonna go. It'll probably go get its rounds. It'll probably be good for their channel. It's on their channel. So I was like, yeah. Good times, man. Good times. Silly times. Great times.
Movsar Evloev responds to Aljamain Sterling accusing him of taking PEDs. The two are set to fight at UFC 307 on October 5th. Here's what Aljo had to say on his YouTube channel.
I would love to get drug tested every single day, but I know my opponent would never do the same because I guarantee you my man is on something. But it's okay, I'm used to fighting guys who've been on gear. It's just one of those things, like Nate Diaz said, they're all on steroids, right? So, may the better man win. I know I'm gonna be the cleaner man. I know I'm gonna get it done. I have no doubt in my mind, even with you cheating, mentally, it just shows that you're weak. So it is what it is. Movsar, I'm coming for that ass, and I can't wait. October 5th is going down, UFC 307.
In an interview with MMAfighting.com, Movsar responded to Aljo. He said, "Oh brother, I was waiting for him a long time since he won his last fight, but he had no choice but to take this fight. That's why he's fighting me. And yeah, he does something with the comments and he talk. I don't know what the point of this is, but I don't care. We have doping control here, and I'm always clean, you know? I'm happy being in the UFC because I know there's good doping control, and I can be confident to know that my opponent also does a doping test. So it's like, if you talk without proof, where I'm from, just like some girl stuff, men don't talk like that. And yeah, I can't wait to beat his ass. And at UFC 307, we'll see. The cage will be closed and he will answer about his words. Everybody thinks I'm using something because I'm strong, I breathe good, and I'm never tired. I'm clean 100%. I eat good, I sleep good, I train hard, everything to be as strong as I am now. If you're lazy, you can't talk like that. I don't know, I don't use alcohol, I don't smoke, I eat clean, I do the right things, I train hard. That's why I'm in shape always. Even if I do not train for months, I'm still athletic. Let him talk. Let him talk now. We'll fight, and after the fight, I will talk. He don't hurt me with his words. I know the truth and I don't care about what people say. It's like some kind of compliment from him. Like, oh, he's using something, but he has no proof. He just maybe sees how good I am, like how good my shape is. That's why he don't believe that people can work hard. And that's why he thinks, oh, maybe he's using something. Whatever I say, it's not going to help him. After his split decision loss to Brandon Royval earlier this year, Brandon Moreno said he'd be stepping away from MMA for a little while. The UFC just announced that Brandon will be fighting Amir Albazi on November 2nd. Ahead of the fight, Moreno says he now feels refreshed after taking some time off. Moreno said at some point the obligations, responsibilities, and all the stresses makes you not enjoy as much what you initially loved. I feel that way again, and that makes me very happy because every time I felt that way, I've always performed well. Right now I find myself in a really good moment. The time I was away from MMA really helped me to clear my head and be with my family without thinking about fighting. Even though I was only doing 1 or 2 fights a year, I would fight, and immediately I would already be asked when my next fight would be and against who. When you have an opponent and a date set, you could still be 2-4 months away, but you have that fighting chip inside you, and you're not 100% relaxed. I took this time to breathe and just spend time with my daughter and wife and just enjoy life. As an athlete, you're so accustomed to train every day, the competition, so there's a point where you're like, man, I want to return, but you have to fight yourself so you can relax and wind down. I feel very motivated to fight at this moment. Merab shows respect to Sean O'Malley ahead of their fight at UFC Noche. Merab says Sean is a great fighter, and he's excited for the challenge.
Sean O'Malley is a great fighter. I respect him as a fighter. He has a knockout power. He's a great champion, and he's a good fighter, and it's a good challenge for me. That's all I can say about him, and I can't wait. I wanted to fight him since 2018. I was calling him out. Somehow this fight not happened before, but this is perfect time, and we are fighting now. Perfect date for the belt, and I can't wait. I can't wait. I just want to be healthy, and I'm happy, and I can't wait. I have a big heart, and if he hits me hard, he's gonna wake me up. He's gonna wake animal in me, and I'm gonna go even more hard. And now I'm planning to go in Mexico for a couple days for training boxing there, and I'm gonna take more skills from there. I'm already training like more boxing, and I'm gonna fight Mexican style boxing. Just keep going forward, pressure, punch his face, and break him. That's why I'll be hard matchup for him. I wanna take his belt now. I already take a jacket, but now I have a question for you. Like, he can't even defend his jacket. How he's gonna defend his belt? I'm not looking for too far. I wanna just work hard. I wanna feel it. I don't wanna think too much. I don't wanna dream about. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know how it's gonna feel, because I want to be organic. Because I'm not thinking much about this, like how it's gonna happen. But one thing I know for sure, I'm gonna do everything for win the belt, and I wanna do so many great things with belt.
Belal Muhammad does not think there is a clear #1 contender for a welterweight title shot. On the Believe You Me podcast, Belal says he thinks that Kamaru Usman is actually a more difficult matchup than Shavkat.
To me, I don't think there's a clear #1 contender, right? Because when you look at it, when I look at myself, I had to have a #1 contender fight with me and Gilbert Burns. So I had to fight him. They told me, you win this, you're next. He was on a streak, I was on a streak. For Shavkat, he beat Wonder Boy over a year ago, and Wonder Boy was on a 3-fight losing streak at the time. So for you to say, I deserve this title shot next because I'm 18-0, it's like, bro, you didn't have a #1 contender fight. Usman's on a 3-fight losing streak. Ian Gary, I think, probably had the toughest win out of all of them, beating MVP, because MVP is a tough puzzle to solve. So for him to win that and be undefeated, it's like that. But I think just the fans and the UFC, I see them looking at Shavkat like that next guy in line. And I mean, I'm gladly willing to do it, right? Because for me, honestly, I would think that Usman's a tougher fight. Because when I look at Shavkat, I see a lot of holes, and I see many paths to victory. When I look at a fight and I take a fight, I come up with a strategy, and I think of, where's this guy weak at? Let me take him there. So I look at Shavkat and I see a lot of those weaknesses. So I'm like, all right, well, you guys wanted to test it. And that's why I think for the UFC, they don't want to put him against like a Usman for a #1 contender fight, because Usman beats him. It's like, we just lost the undefeated guy, new blood, and we just have Usman back in the mix again, who was just the reigning champion for 5 years. So I think they want new blood in general. So I think that's why they would probably want to give me Shavkat next.
Gilbert Burns reflects on his unanimous decision loss to Sean Brady over the weekend. Today, Gilbert posted this to his Instagram. He wrote, extremely disappointed with my performance. Not even close to the work that I put in for this fight. Still trying to digest and understand everything and reflecting on what's next. Shout out to everyone that's being a part of this process. Merab's coach Ray Longo previews the fight against Sean O'Malley this weekend at UFC Noche. Longo explains why Merab is going to have to eat some punches in order to win this fight.
No, so, you certainly talk to those that like O'Malley in the fight, and they'll tell you, oh, Merab's been cracked by other guys and recovered. He ain't going to recover when O'Malley cracks him early. So, I mean, do you discuss that? Your thoughts on that?
Hey, I'm going to tell you something. He's going to have to eat some punches to win this fight, period. Mm-hmm. That's it. I mean, O'Malley is a sharpshooter. If you go in there thinking you're not getting hit or you're just going to do this or do that, I think that's a huge mistake. Mm-hmm. Before the Marlon Moraes fight, I told him, hey, if I tell you how many times I worked on getting underneath the left hook with him, and that's exactly the punch he got hit with. But before leading up to the fight, Merab, you're going to get hit. The guy said, he hits hard. And I said, you're going to have to walk through fire at some point in this fight. And that's exactly what he did. So it's going to be kind of the same thing. He's going to have to eat some shots. And I think, as long as you're ready for, Kenny, it's like, I'm not saying anything new, but it's the shot you don't see. Yeah. Like when you see a shot, even if it's hard, you can deal with it. You know what I mean? Or at least I feel like that, But the shot that you run into or you get caught out of place, that's the shot that's going to put your lights out. So I think Merab knows what he's up against. I think O'Malley's really good. I don't think O'Malley's ever faced anybody with the pressure of Merab. And I don't think Merab's fought anybody with the length and the accuracy and the power of O'Malley. So, who controls the range will win that fight.
Merab Dvalishvili made an appearance on Demetrius Johnson's YouTube channel yesterday. Despite Dana White encouraging it, Merab says the UFC never actually offered him a fight against Aljamain Sterling.
Merab is clear that he will not fight Aljamain Sterling and he'll wait until Aljo moves up.
You can still be friends and want what your friend has, you know what I mean? It would be a really bad idea for Merab to go down that path. Does Merab want a shot at the title, or would Merab rather have people under him jump over him and him have to take on all these different tough guys when he's not even getting a title shot when he's next in line for it? That's a personal decision that he needs to make. If that's what he wants to do, I can tell you how that story ends. It's not a good ending to that story, but he's a big boy. He can figure that out on his own.
I just wanna correct one thing, yes, Aljo was champion, and he's my brother, and I always say I'm very thankful for Aljo. I was his training partner, and we are friends, and we always training together. But UFC never offer us to fight each other. Of course, I say, and I don't want to fight Aljo, of course. But like, if UFC really say they send us contract, hey, Merab and Aljo, you guys have to fight each other, then maybe, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we never say no. Then they can blame on us, but they never, they never throw us in this.
Yeah, they never sent you a contract like, hey, Merab, you're fighting Aljo. Aljo, you're fighting Merab.
Now, Merab is getting some backlash over this statement. People are calling him out over him saying that the UFC never offered the fight. Why would the UFC offer it if him and Aljo publicly stated multiple times they would refuse it?
I would never fight Merab. That's like an actual brother to me. I went to his village, went to his hometown, met his parents.
Me and Aljo, we never going to fight each other. We are good friends.
Merab is also getting called out for appearing to hint that maybe there could have been a chance him and Aljo fought, when the two publicly declined it on numerous occasions. This user writes, Sean said they might not be as buddy-buddy as they try to seem. Could be right. That's cap. Lying in people's faces when there's video evidence where they say the opposite is f***ing crazy. If you publicly and continuously saying, I'm not fighting Aljo, he is my friend, in Georgia we don't fight friends, the UFC takes it as refusal and no need to offer the title shot. Well, that's because they both said they don't want to fight each other. Sean was right. They really aren't as close as they make it seem. Liar. Why would the UFC offer a title fight when Bro preemptively came out saying that he will never fight Aljo? The lack of brain cells is astonishing. I don't like Sean or Merab, but Merab has to be the lowest IQ fighter on the roster. Dude is dumber than a box of rocks. And does it make any sense to send out a contract to guys who say they won't fight each other? There's a reason Dana finds Merab to be so stupid, and this is one of them. And this user posted this video. It says, but almost killed a fan who asked him to fight Aljo. Let me know what you guys think of this situation in the comments.
I'm telling you, make the fight happen. That's the people's fight. Hey, Aljo, get over here, buddy. Hey, you want it or you don't? Hey, once Aljo kicks Cejudo's I want you to get in the octagon with him in San Antonio. Hey, right here, baby. Hey. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, where you go? Oh. Hey, let's go on TMZ. Let's go on TMZ. Hey. It's just the truth, Merab.
Dana White shut down the idea of Arman Tsarukyan fighting for an interim lightweight title, while Islam is sidelined due to a torn ligament in his hand. Dana said no. Islam's fought so many times and is always willing to jump up and take a fight. So no, there won't be an interim title. When he's ready to go, we'll go. We have plans. We're looking at it right now on when he would fight. I don't know if December 7th is likely. We're working on it. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Abe Martinez. It says, tired of hearing Hamzat talking. Never makes it to a fight, and Darren Till never wins. The second one's from CNC Shorts. It says, who the f can afford a Sphere ticket? Dana has turned UFC into a rich club. And the final one says, the Sphere was never my friend. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.